The man at the top that you see is Alex Lawson. He's the executive director of Social Security Works. It's like a coalition of advocates and business people that are for keeping Social Security solvent, which it pretty much is. And then you got two senators. You got Christian Gillibrand from New York, and you got Senator Rick Scott of Florida. Christian Gillibrand is the ranking member of a committee. I don't know what committee this is. And Rick Scott is the actual chair. And they were talking about ways in which to keep Social Security solvent. And one way is to make the rich pay more into the system. But of course, Republicans don't want to do that. They want to increase the retirement age, and they want to cut benefits from Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security so they can give a tax incentive to the wealthy that are in the United States.
Even Social Security, the most popular and effective program in America, is not safe. Last month, a Republican representative who's a member of the Doge caucus, like Chairman Scott, told me personally that there will be some cuts to Social Security and Medicare. Let me be clear, these proposed cuts will do nothing to lower costs for average Americans or older adults. These cuts are being proposed to offset the cost of tax handouts for billionaires and corporations who've been shown to be responsible for rising costs themselves.
Now, this is where I began to learn, because Senator Gillibrand asked Mr. Lawson a question, and he breaks down why it's a bad thing to increase the retirement age.
Mr. Lawson, some Republicans have proposed raising the full retirement age to 69 or 70 to protect Social Security solvency and avoid benefit cuts. This is misleading. Can you share the actual impact of raising the retirement age would have on Social Security benefits and on the adults who rely on them?
Yes, absolutely. Every year the retirement age is raised, it's a 7% benefit cut across the board to everybody's Social Security benefits. It's not like a benefit cut, it is a benefit cut, because the retirement age really has nothing to do with when you retire. It is just the mathematical point at which you receive your full benefits. So if you raise it, then you're cutting everyone's benefits by 7% per year.
Now, see, I didn't know this. What he's saying is, it's not that you're not getting your benefit at 62 or 65 or 67. What he's saying is, if you thought you were getting, and they grandfather people in, but if you're supposed to get your full Social Security benefits at 62 and they increase it to 65, you lose 7.9%, or whatever he said. You lose about 7% per year that they cut or that they increase. So you lose 21% of what you would have got if they increase you by 3 years. Now, let's say they increase you by 5 or 6 or 7. You lose out on 49% of what you would have got had it stayed the same. It's not about increasing it. It's not about increasing it for increasing's sake. It's about cutting what you get. So, yeah, I just learned that. Here's another little stat for you down here at the bottom. This is from the CDC, which Donald Trump is trying to cut so we don't get information like this. But read the bottom. White men live to be about 72. Non-Hispanic, Asians, and Pacific Islanders, they live to be about 70 on average. Non-Hispanic black men, so just black men, you live to be about 62 years old on average. And white women, Latino women, and black women, white women live on average to be about 78. Non-Hispanic, Asians, and Pacific Islanders live to be about 75. Hispanic people live to be about 70, and black women live to be about 69. So black people die in their 60s. Black women will be lucky to make it to 70. And they're trying to increase Social Security up there. So even if you retire, you're not going to get to enjoy it. So let's say you retire at 65, but the average black man died at 62. Hey, black man, you're not making it. What if you're a black female and you retire at 65? You die on average at about 69. So you get about 4 years of benefits, but you've been paying in it for 40 or 50. They want to increase the retirement age so you can die before you access your benefit. And by the way, they give a tax benefit. When you die, they give that money to the rich people. So now it's Senator Rick Scott's turn to try to one up this guy who knows his stuff.
Does your group have a proposal to get more people into the workforce?
What we would propose is a solution that would address the problem, which is that billionaires don't pay the same rate into Social Security as the rest of us, and that is what the actuaries say drives the entire problem, not the worker dependency ratio.
So this is MAGA's whole big deal. They want to put more people to work, which is fine. They want to put more Americans to work so they can pay more into the system. This also ties into making women have more babies, the whole abortion thing. And it's also a racial thing too. They want to make more white babies, but that's a whole nother. But Mr. Lawrence is saying, no, putting more people to work is not the problem. Having the people that are alive now paying into the system, that's the issue. Now, Rick Scott want him to come with a proposal like right now and show him what's going on. But I want you to see this transaction on how he gets stumped.
Do you have the proposal?
I have a proposal that would solve the problem, not one that would aim at something that does not factor in.
Can you send me the proposal?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's Senator Sanders' bill. I'm a co-sponsor.
So
Did you see that face?
can you send me the proposal?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's Senator Sanders' bill. I'm a co-sponsor.
So
Yeah. Senator Bernie Sanders and Christian Gillibrand and a lot of other Democrats in the Senate, they already had a plan. They had a plan for about 2-3 years. Republicans don't want to pull it up. But let's let her finish.
Blow the cap. It's the blow the cap bill. Create a donut hole so someone who earns less than $400,000, but more than what the current top number is, which is what,
176.
Yeah, 176 right now, that they don't pay any additional, but that you get that 6% for all income above $400,000.
Now, here's something else that I learned. If you make over $160,000, they don't tax that anymore. So everybody making $160,000 and below, they get taxed on their Social Security. So all those people making $170,000 plus, they get taxed up to $160,000. But that's it. The blow the cap bill that Senator Gillibrand was talking about, if you read below, they're trying to raise that up to $400,000. So any income below $400,000 is taxed and put into Social Security, and anything over $400,000 is not taxed. But we got a lot of wealthy people, and that's a good compromise, because we got a lot of people in this country. Probably it's not me, but there are other people out there making $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 more on average. And that money, that additional $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 do not get taxed to go into Social Security. They're trying to take care of the rich, and MAGA and the Republicans don't want that to happen, because they still believe in trickle-down economics. They still believe that that person making $400,000 is going to trickle that money down to people that's making less than that, and they never have. So listen. While Donald Trump is out there doing executive actions on stupid stuff, and the price of eggs is still high, and the price of gas is still high, and the job numbers are going down, you gotta focus on what they're actually doing. Don't focus on the smoke and mirrors. I said this before the campaign. Focus on the GOPs. The GOP is the ops. Focus on the GOPs. Look at what they're doing, not at what they're saying. What do you think?